Welcome back to the Florida CME Group here in Chicago, March 1st, first day of the month, folks. I'm Killer from Treasury Curve. Treasury Curve is an institutional money market portal. We assist firms in their overnight cash management. First of the month, let's get into the zone, baby. Here we go. The last 7 months in a row, we have seen an equity rally for 7 months in a row. We're not seeing that today. We have Ben Bernanke currently talking, and Ben, on the TV, flexing his muscles, trying to support his position. You know, he's doing a great job up there right now. He's getting fired at, and every person asking him a question wants their point to be answered. And he's doing a good job of addressing it, speaking around it, and straddling the fence. I mean, currently, he's pretty tight-lipped. He's really looking to the next couple months to decide, make all these decisions in a few months. He really wants to see how it shakes out. Clearly, recovery's on track, but there are a couple headwinds out there, which we have discussed many a times, so I don't need to reiterate the headwinds. However, he has concern about that, so he feels it's appropriate for the Fed to have this dual mandate right now. You know, he's supporting his policy, and he has to. So Ben, as he continues to talk, the market will look to that. But the market has come off since data came out today, and the S&P is currently trading down a little bit. So we'll see how this policy works out. Everyone in the market is looking for clarity on policy. No doubt about it. You know, is QE2 going to be curtailed? That's the big question out there. Tell me what your thoughts are. Get me here on this video, comment please, or get me at the Killer on my Twitter. But let me know what your thoughts are on the Fed and Bernanke, his Uncle Ben doing the right thing. So, you know, I want to also talk about the little bit of the disparity. You know, across the pond, you know, the Bank of England as well as the ECB, they have their finger on the trigger. They're ready to raise rates at any given moment. And there's a very, very delicate situation over there as well with the inflation. Clearly, they need to raise rates to curb inflation, but it's such a different policy here where we're keeping money essentially at zero. You know, that money is so cheap here. So we'll see how this all pans out, who's right. Hopefully we are here and we'll all be able to get out of this together in an orderly fashion. You know, I want to drill down a little bit, but before that, I want to talk today on Bloomberg. I'm going to be live on Bloomberg, so please follow me at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. Should be a great interview. I'm really looking forward to it. These treasuries, you know, I tweeted that weekly pivot yesterday, and 119.26. We have just tested that level because they got beat up a little bit overnight, so we're seeing that retracement a little bit in the long end. But currently, they're ticking back up, folks. We're going to see if this S&P gets under that 13.18 level. It's been a great level for us to watch, and I think the bonds are looking towards that. And clearly, there's a red flag in the whole bond market across the curve, because ever since we've seen this S&P bounce last Friday from 1292, the bonds have not really come off. We actually saw some really sizable strength in the 10-year yesterday, as well as the 5s and the 2s. So we'll see how that pans out today, but I really think the bond market is putting a flag up on the short-term trade for you short-term traders. The S&P, like I stated, 1317.50 range up to 1336.50. I tweeted that 1331 killer ceiling yesterday. We tested that level, rocked above, and came off pretty hard. So hope you're able to play that. But right now we're looking at 1318, and underneath that, 1308 is on the radar. So good luck trading today on the S&P, but it is going to whip a little bit as Bernanke continues to talk. The euro currency, you know, we see the range over there. This euro currency is really pricing in this rate hike over there. And 137.83 is the low, 138.53 is the high. And that 138.54, 55 level, I spoke to it a couple times. You get above there, some shorts are on the run, but currently they can't get above. So we'll see how this pans out today. But I really, I'm looking forward to seeing how the euro currency policy is, well, excuse me, the ECB policy to the federal policy here works out. You know, typically I like to end the show by saying be the hammer, not the nail, but I was at Lady Gaga last night, and one of her biggest message was be your own monster. So be your own monster.